We are getting ready to make the most amazingly delicious pancakes. Real easy, real simple, just a few ingredients. I have a few tricks that we'll go over along the way. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Pam. The first thing that I'm going to do is mix everything in this measuring cup. This is a 4-cup measuring cup. If I need more than 4 cups of batter, I will make 2, or I'll make it in a bowl and then pour it in the measuring cup. For pouring it in the skillet, tip number 1, you need something with a spout. So you can easily mix this in a bowl and then just pour it in your measuring cup, but I'm usually make it in my measuring cup. We have flour, baking powder. I actually have buttermilk powder, okay? I don't put regular buttermilk into my pancakes. I always use buttermilk powder, eggs, sour cream, and you'll need a good vanilla. This is Madagascar vanilla. The best vanilla you can find is going to give you that best flavor, okay? So let's go ahead and get this mixed up. The full recipe will be on my website, pamspreps.com. Okay, going in with our baking powder, our buttermilk powder. Make sure that after you get your dry ingredients in, you go ahead and whisk them in so that they can incorporate before you add in your wet ingredients. Now we're going to add in our eggs. Our sour cream, and our vanilla. Now, before I add any other liquid, I'm going to make sure these egg yolks are burst. You can lightly beaten them first. I don't. I make this easy, quick, and simple. Okay, now I'm adding in water. That's just room temperature water. And when you are stirring, stir from the bottom so that you can make sure you incorporate everything. And yes, it's probably easier in a bowl, but I've been doing it this way for so long that I just don't use the bowl anymore. Once you're almost there, right now, we're almost there. We want it a little bit smoother than that. Go in, and I like to add in a little cinnamon. Gives it an amazing flavor. Then you want to add in just a tad bit more water and stir it really well. Okay, your batter should be runny, but not excessively runny. See how thick that is? Okay, now I am actually going to add just a tad bit more water because you want it to be a little bit more than this, because then we're going to let it sit. You need to let your batter sit about 5 minutes to soak up some of the water. It's going to soak up water no matter what, so always add a little extra to give it something to soak up without interfering with the actual texture that your batter should be. Trick number 2. Okay, so see, it's a little bit more runny. Now, we're gonna let this sit while we heat up our skillet. So I'll see you at the stove. Okay, we want to have our skillet on medium low and let the skillet get hot first. I am using some avocado oil. Put some oil in your skillet and make sure you rotate that oil around so that it can get on the sides and everywhere else. Okay, always stir your pancake mix before you pour it in. And when you pour it in, do not move the vessel. Just hold it in the middle and let it pour into a circle, okay? Once you have your desired amount of pancake mix in there, pick your skillet up and rotate that oil around there immediately. You want the oil, the hot oil, to get all around on both sides, okay? Then sit it back down and let it cook for a minute or two, okay? You want to keep picking it up though, making sure that hot oil gets on the opposite side, all right? Because normally when you put your pancake in, it does not stay in the middle. It gravitates to one side or the other. As soon as possible, put your spatula up under it and move it around. That pancake should be rotating, okay? It should be rotating in the skillet, all right? Tilt it, make sure that oil gets on the other side, all right? Now from here, you want to just let it cook. Let it rise and let it cook, okay? You need to see these bubbles forming on the top of your pancake. Not one or two bubbles. You need a lot of bubbles on the top of your pancake. That indicates that the other side is done and it's time to flip. You want it to be a golden brown on the other side, and so therefore you're waiting. You're giving it time to rise and to cook on that other side, all right? It's important though to set the edges immediately by letting that oil run all the way around. If you don't know, you should start seeing a little brown around your edges, but if you don't know, you can take your spatula and just gently lift up like that, okay? Once you feel you have enough golden brown on that side, it's time to flip. Now, this is the next tip. When you flip, please be ready because some of this batter may run out. You've got to push it back in to keep that form of your pancake. So we're going to flip away from yourself. And as you see, it's splattered. Take that spatula and immediately push that back up to the pancake, okay? Sit it down and let it continue to rise, all right? Let it continue to cook. But as soon as you flip it, so that you won't have all these jagged edges all over your pancake, push that pancake in with your spatula. And you know I'm using my broke spatula. You got a broke spatula, use it, okay? Now we're gonna just let it cook on this side. However, while it's cooking on that side, you wanna go in with butter, melted butter, and you wanna brush it because all the holes that are on the top, while it's heating up, it gives it an opportunity to let that butter soak down into your pancake. That's how you taste the pancake, and it's nice and buttery throughout and not just on that top layer, okay? So make sure you get it down in any holes that you see. You want that butter to run down into the pancake, okay? And you can always add more in the end if you like, but this, for me, typically does the trick, okay? And again, if you don't know that the pancake is done on the other side, two things you can do. Number one, you can touch it. It needs to be very firm on this side to your touch. If you can touch it and it doesn't bounce back and you're leaving an indent, it's not done. Next, peek. Don't lift it all the way up, but peek. See, it's getting golden brown on that side. So you only want to flip your pancake once, just once, that's it. And I'm gonna take this other spatula because I just want you all to see the back side of this pancake without me flipping it. See what it should look like on the bottom of your pancake? That's what you want, okay? Then all you need to do is remove it from the skillet. Now, when you remove it from the skillet, before you put any more oil in it or before you put any more batter in it, look into your skillet. And if you have any pieces of pancake like that, you want to gently take a paper towel and wipe it out, okay? That will cause your pancake to stick the next one that you cook. So you want to get those crumbs out of there before you put oil or any other pancake. And I'm wasting the crumbs all on top of the stove. Now, go back in with your oil again. Each time you need to add oil, all right? Butter does not cook the same when it comes to pancakes. Again, we're going to pour this right into the middle of the pan. Not moving the vessel, just let it go ahead and add the batter to the pan. As soon as you do that, make sure that oil is all around it. Now this one's pretty much stayed in the middle, so most of the oil is around the pancake, okay? But still tilt your skillet a little bit, making sure you need those crispy edges and you need that oil to set the shape of your pancake, okay? If you have an electric stove like I do, by the time you get to your third or fourth pancake, you're going to need to turn that skillet down a couple of notches because it'll cook too fast. If you have a gas stove, you can adjust it if you need to. But that electric stove, 9 times out of 10, I just turned mine down. You need to turn it down. We are all done. Ooh, look at that beautiful stack of pancakes. Doesn't that look amazing? They are nice. They are fluffy. Oh my goodness. Ooh, delicious, delicious, delicious. Oh my goodness. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 1.5 million subscribers. Ooh, I have a little mini one over here for our taste test. Oh my goodness. Ah. Delicious. Yes, and I am not pouring syrup all over this stack of pancakes because no one's getting ready to eat that stack right now. Let's put a little syrup on here. Oh my goodness. And I will tag my brandy syrup recipe because it is delicious down in the comments. And I will also have it on my website. Oh my goodness. Gotta taste this. The butter, the cinnamon, the vanilla, the crispy edges. This is absolutely delicious. Wow. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 1.5 million subscribers, and I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye.